Um, and so that's the intense thing. What happened was one of the girls that moved in uh, um, is a scammer, is a like a doing a tenant scam. She's been here for 1 year. She moved in October 2020, and she's been doing this scam. And then the most horrible, like the silver lining on a dark cloud. I know what it's like to be a victim of like gaslighting for 1 year. And then so I know, and I keep recording my videos about that. I have a vlog and I record everything, like every epiphany. Like this morning I went out, she broke her washing machine because she overloads it. She doesn't care, she overloads the washing machine and it broke. So now we're doing her laundry. I went 2 a.m. I went to do the laundry, the 24-hour laundry there. And then I had a lot of epiphanies. I made like 4 or 5 videos there, short videos. And so that's what I do. And so this is what it is. I wrote this yesterday, and I read it at my, go to this men's prayer group at this church. It's called Rocky Peak. I was there this morning, and I read this to them. I asked them to pray this with me. So this is like, I wrote it down on this pad. Oh, it's on this pad. Yeah, take a picture of it. Yeah, it's this prayer I wrote, and I said the whole thing is, they say your will, not my will. It's whatever. If I said if I said if it's God's will, this is what I want. I wrote her name down. I said I want her to make a U-turn. There's a saying I put on the wall. I put the poster. I said, if you go in the wrong way, God allows U-turns. And she herself, Tati, close the thing.
Come on.
She herself said, she's a drug addiction counselor. She was a heroin addict, and she became a counselor. She overcame that and became a counselor. But now she's doing this, which is, she says, well, I don't need a rehab because I'm not an addict. But that's another, what she's doing is some kind of pulling a scam, going from house to house to house and scamming people. That is some kind of disorder. There is some kind of condition that she needs help with. It's not addiction. Just because it's not chemical dependency doesn't mean it's some kind of disorder that she needs help for. And so it was a secret wish before. Now I tell everybody, is I'm wishing that she is professional. She is so practiced at this. She knows so much. She knows how to hack the police, the law and the police, for her scam that she's pulling. And this suggestion I've made to people, and I think she knows it by now, but I was gonna stick this on the wall. Okay, I'm just gonna read it to you. I want Justine Taylor to make a U-turn, to turn her life around, to turn to the light, to come clean, to confess, to confide. I want her to choose of her own volition to use all of her vast knowledge and expertise of this scam she's pulling, and to help me help all the victims and perpetrators of scams like this. And then I'll explain what I'm doing, and then I put on she can do this without incriminating herself or others involved. And we would agree not to take any action against each other, and we would share the profits. Not I really believe, I've been submitting the videos I've made about this to local news stations, and then to like 60 Minutes, to 2020, like any Dr. Phil, anybody. I'm not locked into how I want it to come out. I'm actually making documentary about what's happened here. It's fascinating. If you find out the scope and depth of what's going on in this house and so my life, it's and it's just amazing. And then I do want it revealed on the national, on public television, movie theaters, documentary, and all the different aspects of what it is. There's spiritual abuse involved. There's the dimensions of this you find out is just staggering. And what it says, I think, the message, I think we address the core messages in this thing, what's going on. It's going to have effect on the world, I think. And then I'm having this social media marketing company do a logo for me. And this idea, I told them, this is what I want. I'm going to show you. I know I'm doing a lot of the talking, but I'll stop. It's just I want to show you what this is, and this it's Martin Luther. Just more. Just more like it says hold on, maybe I should go through, but it's like too much. It just relax a little bit. I'll show you the logo. The idea for the logo is this. My mom called Toddy because she like stands still a lot of times, doesn't move, and then she called her like she's a Statue of Liberty. My girlfriend, kind of teasing, and it's funny though that symbol is, to me, is something about it. It's stuck in my mind. So this scene from this movie, Will, I think the actor's name. I want to show you this. Let me see. Hold on. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That, and then this the whole symbol, like the statue, to holding a torch up. You see that? That's a Star Wars,
Yes.
the thing. And this is the Statue of Liberty. So they're working on my logo. I told them this is how I want it. This is the French Revolution, right? They're holding up the flag. There's something about that. And then this is kind of the jazz singer, like this. You see the same thing. They're holding
Right.
one hand up. This is that same picture, the frame from that. Let me see, and it's doing that.
It's all the power pose.
The power. Oh, that's what it's called. The power pose. I didn't even know that. Yeah, and this is Karina doing this. He's doing she's actually holding a joint up like that. And then so, see the same thing. So then, like, I have so many of those pictures. Like there's something like I'm obsessed about that picture. You see. And then there's one of me holding up a karaoke microphone like that. So I put that one there. So, and then so that's what it is. And then I told them I want the logo like that. I want to make me my logo like that. And then so the concept is, that's what I was saying. I got teary-eyed. Martin Luther King was saying, you can't drive out. Why does that make me cry? Something about that I'm about to say it makes me cry. He said, you can't drive out hatred with hatred. Only love can do that. You can't drive out darkness with darkness. Only light can do that. You see? And this the world of darkness. Why It makes me cry. The world of darkness. You light a candle and you hold it up like that, so high that the whole world could see. You see it?
So who all lives in your house?
So it's well, Toddy is here. I don't think she would mind me saying she, like Toddy. Just, I mean, I don't like to mince words. I like to say it like it is. She got an abortion when she was like just old enough to have a baby, and it was the father of the baby was her own dad. So
That's sad.
yeah, and then she had horrible, and then the girl herself, the girl in the room, she's in the blue room there. She never had a dad, and when she got pregnant, when she was like 13, when she first able to, and then her mom told her, if you don't get rid of the baby, you have to leave. And then so she left, and then she was in the I guess in a environment of like drugs and prostitution, criminals, all this stuff. So she learned to survive using nothing but a body, and then so this is how she became this to survive. That's how she, and
Yeah.
then so in a world when, like, I know what it is to be sexually betrayed by your own parent, then it's something about that you feel like it's an unjust world, like the God is the God is violating you. There's something about that, and then so I understand why she would justify what she's doing to us by what she's doing. And then, in the world, and then but the investigator looked, and she has like 14 crimes, 14 arrests on her record, and a long list of addresses where she's done this to other people, and those are the
Wow.
people I'm digging into, finding out what she did, because what she did to them. She hasn't. I was thinking she gets something on them and sues them, because she keeps threatening to sue. But the investigator said there's no record of her suing anybody. They said it's more likely she finds something to blackmail them with, or and she herself told me, you should see what I did to the guy I was with. To this day, you see what the relationship of the guy to this day. And I asked her later what that meant. I've been trying to find out. I don't know yet, but I'm getting people to look. But the one thing I know, one investigator said, was the previous victims didn't want to talk to us. They were scared to.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what it is, and then she gets the cops cooperating with her. There's something she tells them. I know, like, she's played tricks on me. She tried to get Toddy. She told Toddy that I cheated on her to get her against me, because I would make better victim for her without anybody else here. So she triangulates. I know all the tricks she does, you see. And so she lied to her to get her out, and then when Toddy didn't play along and her lie was exposed, she called Toddy a traitor, and then at that point she started threatening to sue, and all this. It started, and I got restraining order against her, and then it's just so weird, and then I have this healer that I was not. This is the other side of it. It's too much information. I feel like would I be overwhelming you with too much information?
Well, as long as I'm just taking notes so that I can get it all straightened out.
Okay, so
That's why I keep looking down, by the way.
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's fine. So that part of it with Janet Richmond is another thing that got mixed up with this. She's a healer that I found on Meetup, I think like 6-7 years ago, and she was like, I was it's not a cult. It's just I became very, very devoted to her, Janet Richmond, and then for years I studied with her, learned this healing technique. And then the last 2 years, I was watching always for signs of like cult-like behavior or like abusive. It was so nice, and then it snuck up on me slowly, and what, and then I couldn't believe it was. I mean, the way it finally turned out, I told her, is that she was cooperating with this girl. It seemed like she was like the police. She was taking her side, and I think it's because stuff the girl tells people in secret that makes her like that. So what and then so I told her, like, you are the same. You two are two peas in a pod. I said, because it's just that the wound that you caused goes in the spiritual level. She just uses her body to wound. Janet used God, goes deep down to the soul. It's spiritual abuse, and then I'll tell you what it is. Look, I just want to show you this so you know. I had made this video years ago. I think maybe two years ago. I made this. Oh wait, hold on. It's called I Believe in Nothing. So she was discouraging us from using the word God or prayer, because she was saying that these words are the concept of God is filled with falsehood, and that the fault, in religion, and then it makes people these false beliefs are the causes of the problems people have, the societal problems. And then she replaced, and then so I want to show you what effect that has on me 2 years ago. So yeah, it says here 2 years ago, this video I made, just a few seconds of this, you watch, you'll understand, please.
Okay.
Okay.
What part of California are you in?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
SoCal.
My beliefs seem to have dissolved away. My father passed a few years ago. And God, it seems, nothing more than an exalted father. There remains nothing for me to believe it, other than here I am. Except I don't know where here is. I don't know who I am. And then it just goes up for like 5 minutes. It goes off into the horizon, and then it closes down like that. And you understand, your God being taken away had that effect. So, and then that was a quote. I think that Freud had said that. I think that God is nothing but an exalted father, I think. And then there's something about that, with that she had kind of stigmatized all of these the beliefs that of popular culture, like all the religious beliefs, Adam and Eve, the whole thing is stigmatized. It's all false beliefs, and then she had replaced it with her own setup. She was saying beliefs are a problem, but she had replaced them with her own set of things. She was calling God originating source. It's just he's getting all this from the higher selves and this healing technique, everything. And then this text that one day she sent me. She said this stuff just I think a few months ago. This is when it happened. And she said this stuff because I was talking about this on my YouTube channel. And then she said, Zeke, you can't be talking about the stuff I told you without, if you talk about it without mentioning the source, which is, it's not her. She was telling us the stuff is coming from the higher selves. It's not coming from her. And she told us she's copyrighted the stuff. And that if we use that without her mentioning her, it's plagiarism. Then she goes, and then I said, and then she goes, and then she said she's created a course, certification course, that we have to take the certification course to make sure we're qualified to represent her content accurately. I took the course, me and Tati took the course. And then she failed me. She didn't pass me, she didn't give it the certificate. And then I said, well, do I have to pay you for saying this as well? She says, well, the stuff you have on the YouTube, you're not charging for that yet, but when you do, now, so she expects, like, if I make money out of this, I have to pay her royalties or whatever. You understand? She's still like franchising, like a McDonald's. She turned God into a cheeseburger, the Big Mac. You understand? She took away my God, and then I can't use it anymore because it's tarnished. Because now I realize it's a scam. The God, and now I go back to church, and I keep hearing the echoes in my head of all those horrible things she said about, God and church, and all of that is a scam they put out to have power over us. And what she replaced it with is all tarnished. You see? Do you understand? That's what spiritual abuse is. And then I paid for a session for this girl to get healing from her. And then all of a sudden she was supporting her. And then she told me that she had received videos and screenshots and recordings of me doing horrible things, because I want to see what those things are, because I think she's been sending the police the same thing to get them on her, that whatever it is got her on her side, triangulated her against me. And she always says, she once told me, I have the entire text conversation, that I have to talk to your therapist without you there. And I think that's what she does. She tells people some horrible things, and to get them, to get them. And I so much want to find out what she told Janet, and to get them to not like me. And the reason Janet didn't like me, I feel like pretty sure is because at some point I started telling her that I don't believe in the stuff. Some of the stuff she was teaching didn't sound true to me. And I said that in front of the group in the meeting. And I think at the time she laughed it off, but I think that I've said it several times. I think 3 different occasions I said it, and I mentioned it again several times. And I think that even though she was pretending like it didn't bother her, it did. I think because the stuff, some of the stuff was true, but then there's a lot of stuff she was saying that was coming out of her ass. I'm sorry to say, it wasn't true. I can tell BS when I see it. It was BS. Then I explained that, what it is. It's all about entities. This whole sitcom about entities, all these different ones that attach to people, and there's so many different kinds characters. She started, it was irrelevant. It was just irrelevant to our lives. It wasn't, and I actually told her, if a psychiatrist was to listen to you, you showing all the symptoms of you seeing things that aren't there, hearing things that aren't there, you saying things that sound like delusions, a psychiatrist would didn't know any better would likely diagnose you schizophrenic. She laughed
Possible.
that off too, and she said, well, no, the difference between me and the schizophrenic. She was saying that she reasons well. The schizophrenic doesn't reason. The reasoning would be less accurate. Would be Alice in Wonder kind of thing. So that's how you would distinguish a mentally ill person for that diagnosis. So, but then the way she has been behaving recently, like being and then she okay, but I mean that's gets. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, there's just so much to this thing, and I have on there like 300 videos so far on my YouTube channel. Some segment of it are private videos that I can send the link to someone, they can watch it, because it's kind of like sensitive material. But this story, all the aspects of it, I really think it's a fascinating story, and I really, really want it to be, to get public attention. You see, this one we made last night at Peter's house. Here it is. If you could just watch it, just show you this. It's like a few minutes long. I'll show you this. This is me and Toddy. Sadly, was molested by his own mom as a kid, and grows up and finds out the reason he's always seeking out women more than others is because he's still looking for a good mom he never had. And also because of the wound, a lot of what he does is born out of the need to heal that wound, or to express what it is. The women he meets are themselves, a lot of them, wounded in the same way they were molested as kids. And then so this idea is born inside of him, a sanctuary for traumatized women. Now, the nature of the universe and the human psyche is that you want something, you gotta get it. The mind, the life, gives you what you want. And so surprisingly, he finds himself in a house with a number of women, some living with him, some visiting, some, in the around that he's friends with, all of them wounded. And in a way, it is some kind of, it's a gathering of wounded people, but it's certainly not a sanctuary, he finds out. It's not a sanctuary. In fact, it's a disaster, right? Contrary to what his fantasy was, it's not a place where they all, according to his fantasies, would pleasure him. It's a place where they all torture him to inflict on the men who abuse them, you see. Could that be a process of their healing? Maybe in some way. What is to come of that? It's up to the unfoldment and the decisions of all the people involved. And it's still an ongoing thing. Let's see what happens. I certainly wouldn't want it to be part of the process of the healing that would the intention of letting go of what happened in the past. Release and let it go and become well, the ideal goal for all humans, for all of us, is to realize the perfect human being, perfectly balanced, perfectly tuned, healed, actualized, fulfilled, satisfied. And if the pain that we all went through is the price we had to pay for attaining that, then maybe we can accept it. I know. I know. See, it's just, something that's, you see, something's going on. It's loading for some reason. Your picture is frozen. I don't know if you're hearing me, but your picture is frozen. Somehow. What happened? It got cut off. You got cut off. You see? What happened? Something happened. Cut off. Oh, hi. Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Crash.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how long of it you got. Sometimes, like, I'm talking to somebody and I talk on and on. I found out they weren't there. I don't know how much of it you got, but
I saw a lot of the video. I don't know how many minutes exactly, but I saw a lot
yeah,
of it.
okay. So that's, I feel like it's like there's a lot of stuff that I've learned from what I've been through. Yeah, and then the premise of it at the center is, whenever there's something wrong, that it's indication that something needs to be voiced. And I started calling myself the voice of the soul, is because I would talk to somebody, listen to them, and I would tell them what the soul was trying to communicate to them through the circumstances of their life. You see, and so that became, so I made business cards, and it's just, I don't have it with me. It looks like this, and so I started like almost like branding it like that, and yeah. So this is first it was this autistic kid said, oh, it keeps getting caught. I don't know why. You see, got caught. Stop for some reason, maybe internet problem or something. Let me see. But stop. This is what it looks like. Voice of the soul. Maybe you can see me or not. What's going on? Got cut off.